David locked me in the closet again. This time he won't let me out unless I help him do a documentary on music in North Carolina. How am I supposed to do a documentary if I'm locked in the closet? With only a week to shoot, we can only cover so much. So I decided to start right here in Sanford. I'm heading over to a secret location to interview two guys that I personally know to ask about what venues, musical styles, and bands are right here in Sanford.
Do you mean metal or anything?
Well, in Sanford right now, there's a pretty good variety, at least what I'm aware of. I don't really know much about either the jazz or country or...
I think metal music is actually pretty popular.
Well, yeah, there's a very good variety of rock and roll / metal in Sanford.
I don't know, I mean, there's a lot of good death metal bands.
There's Radio Comeback, Dying is Goodman, Bloodlines, there was Wasteland, they broke up.
List is around, of course. No Mercy's still playing. There's the Sherman Neckties. There's this band called Bloodline now, or Bloodlines, one of the two.
I could go on forever about each and every one, but
big electronic scene. You know, that's almost the equivalent of the metal community. There's like people that go to psytrance festivals and stuff like that. It's a commune. It's a little coven. You know, so that's out there. That's really available. There's a big rap scene. You know, a lot of good underground rappers. Jazz. There's a lot of jazz guys.
I have to think about this.
Sanford has no good venues. Apparently, this JC Hut is getting pretty good. My brother played there and said it was a really good venue. I've not seen it.
Where's that at?
Downtown Sanford, right down the road from here, actually. And so that place is picking up.
There's a couple good places. One would be, most recently, the JC Hut. Bubba's Sub House and Steakhouse has been a popular venue. Depot Park is also a very big, decent venue.
Sanford's an easy place to find. It's around a lot of big cities, not very far to drive.
So as far as like the current status of North Carolina rock goes, I would assume it's alive and bustling, just more people should know about it.
You can't expect two guys to know everything about Sanford. Anyway, David's going to take us through Fayetteville. He's going to stop by Charlie's Pub and ask what kind of music's out there, and a little bit more about what it's like to be a musician in the area.
There's country in this town, there's hip-hop, there's a rock metal crowd in this town. When it comes to like jam bands and stuff like that, like Fish and reggae, it's not very much there. You know, it's very little. I've learned a lot about bluegrass around here and country, and I've learned to use that style incorporate into what I've learned to make my own. Every musician is an individual of his influences. You know, all the things that you've learned, it becomes a part of how you play. First started playing music when I was just in junior high school, started on saxophone. And when I was a freshman, I started playing bass in a local band here in Fayetteville. Punk band with the actual owner of the Bradshaw, Sean Atkins. Music was always part of my life because my dad is a musician. My mom, she's a singer and she can play music on a couple instruments. My sister, she likes to act more, but she can sing very well. And it's something that my grandma, she did it. She played classical piano, and it's just something that's just been in my blood. And I've always thought, I want to entertain people. And a lot of the venues that you play, a lot of places don't advertise as much as they really could. You know, the Rock Shop has definitely exceeded its potential for like trying to advertise around here locally. Few places around here will really promote their music scene. You know, it's very rare. If you go in there with your own flyer and put it on your website, your Facebook, and all that stuff, okay, but still, you're catering to basically the crowd that's just already there or that's going to be showing up. Because we always try to learn something new as musicians, so we can. You're being called back in there. Yeah, I think I heard that. But just whatever we can get our ears on. Yay!
Nice rewards.
That's the best part. That's the money.
It's all about the Benjamins. No, it's not all about the Benjamins. It just helps.
Just to give you a heads up, I got.
With those words of wisdom, we now venture to Raleigh to find out more about the other side of nightlife.
Okay, well, I'm Swing Cartel.
And I'm Otis.
And together we're Augmented Reality. We play new techno. It's just techno with some electro influences. It sounds very gritty, so I guess you could define it as groovy.
The underage scene is pretty much run by Audio Rush. He's a great person, and he always hosts shows at Southland, Lincoln Theater sometimes, and those are always great shows if you're underage. Art Productions.
Oh yeah, Warehouse Rave.
Yeah, Warehouse. Volume 11.
Volume
Yeah,
11.
11. That's a great one. It's a brand new venue.
It's just started. It had a very successful show. April the 5th, I think. Yeah, 5th.
Yeah.
The main DJ or the headliner there was Adam Atomica. He plays mostly electro house and
Techno.
Yeah, techno. Long Branch is a little too weird. It has a very big dance floor, which
I was thinking of Lincoln Theater.
Yeah, Lincoln Theater is really hot. The center, or the epicenter, I guess, of Raleigh would be Southland Ballroom. They play, they have dubstep Wednesdays every week, and oddly enough, they've started to flow away from dubstep there, and now it's mostly electro house and bangers, yeah. My favorite one to play at, though, would probably be Spy.
Yeah, Spy, definitely.
Spy, because all the people all the people there are very nice. It doesn't get as crowded, so so I guess that's probably I'm kind of a crowd whore, I guess. I like it when it gets really big, in my opinion. I like raves at that point. But I mean, playing, I really don't care if there's nobody there. You've got crazy lights going everywhere. You got crazy sounds coming from speakers, and you got your choice of alcohol and indulgences, and ladies, I guess, sometimes.
Personally, my favorite venue is Shakedown Street, just because it's tiny, but the vibe is great, and the people, I know pretty much all of them, they're all great people, and they always play good music, no dubstep.
I like Silo for different reasons. He's honest about what he's trying to do and create a rave.
My favorite, they're not popular at all, but DJ Gloss and Thomas Hart and Evan Price are probably my 3 favorite DJs.
Yeah, I extend that. Those are probably my top favorite 3. I would also think, well, no, Kevis isn't doing anything anymore.
No. And Luke Crouch, Symbiotic, he's actually a pretty good friend of mine.
And Soul Effects. North Carolina was, I heard from a lot of old school DJs and veterans, they tend to call North Carolina the drum and bass state. It kind of flowed, it kind of died down after the 90s and early 2000s, and dubstep picked North Carolina back up in the rave scene.
For me, this is pretty much my only scene. This is like my calling.
Crowd, yes.
Like the event we're at to right now is actually called Electro Night.
Yeah.
So that's Electro House Night.
And they still play dubstep.
Well, a lot of people have the stereotype where raves are bad and you're going to go and get from drugs and stuff like that, but it's really not like that. You're going to meet a whole lot of great people and have
very nice
a generally great time.
Yeah, I mean, if you're open-minded enough to
enjoy the music.
Enjoy the music and go to one, then you're definitely going to meet someone there that will be a good friend.
Take a risk, yeah. But 3, 2, 1.
Peace, love, unity, and respect.
Yeah, well, the video's almost done. Just gotta go get the hard drive out of the closet. Let's see, where's it at? Ah, there it is. Okay. Just got it. David? David? David! David!
Satan gave me a taco and it made me really sick. The chicken was all raw and the grease was mighty thick. The rice was all rancid and the beans were so hard. I was getting kinda dizzy, eating all the lard. There was aphids on the lettuce, and I ate every one. And after I was done, the sauce melted off my tongue. Pieces of tortilla that got stuck in my throat, and the stains on my clothes burned a hole through my coat. My stomach was trembling and I broke out in a rash. I was so dried and thirsty and I didn't have no cash. So I went and found a hose, tore off all my clothes, turned on the water and it shot right up my nose. Some old lady came along and she thought I was a freak, so she beat me with her handbag till I could.
If James Woods was not in the movie would suck. It's not even funny. It's not good.